When it comes down to it, when your life is on the line, your handgun cannot fail. There are no second chances, no mulligans. You get one shot to get it right. Today, we're digging into the 7 most reliable pistols ever made. These aren't safe queens. These are the sidearms that soldiers trust on deployment. They're the duty guns that law enforcement bets their lives on shift after shift. And they're the tools that everyday Americans carry day in and day out for self-defense. These are handguns that have proven their mettle in the worst places on Earth, from active war zones to the streets of our own cities. If you are looking for a sidearm that will go bang every single time, this is the list you need to see. Number 7. The Springfield XD series. Kicking off our list is the XD lineup from Springfield Armory. Now, this pistol's roots are actually in Croatia, where it started as the HS-2000. Springfield Armory imported it, gave it the XD name, and it really caught on with American shooters. The XD built its reputation on 3 core principles. It's dead reliable, it's ergonomic, and it's simple to run. Its most distinct feature, the one everyone talks about, is that grip safety, paired up with a striker-fired system. For a lot of folks, that's an extra layer of mechanical safety that provides real peace of mind, especially for concealed carry. It's an active safety that you don't have to think about deactivating. Durability is just baked right into the design. You've got a forged steel slide on a tough-as-nails polymer frame. This is a platform that can handle high round counts. We're talking thousands of rounds without skipping a beat. And when it's time to clean it, the takedown is about as simple as it gets. While you can get them in different calibers, the 9mm has always been the fan favorite. The standard XD9 with its 4-inch barrel gives you a solid capacity of 16+1. The pros? It's dependable, it's affordable, and it's dead easy to maintain. The cons? That grip safety. It's a love it or hate it feature. Some shooters won't carry a pistol without one, others find it completely unnecessary. As for price, you can usually find most XD models between $550 and $600. That makes it one of the absolute best values in a full-size, striker-fired pistol on the market today. Number 6. The Smith & Wesson M&P 9. Coming in at number 6 is a handgun that was purpose-built from day one for serious duty. The Smith & Wesson M&P 9. M&P, that stands for military and police. And let me tell you, this pistol more than lives up to its name. It's a striker-fired workhorse that has been adopted by countless police departments, military units, and private citizens. Its biggest selling point, right out of the box, is the ergonomics. It comes with those interchangeable back straps, which was a huge deal when it launched. It lets you, the shooter, actually tune the grip to fit your specific hand size. A better grip means better control, more comfort, and most importantly, faster, more accurate follow-up shots. The shootability of the M&P is one of its best traits. It has a very low bore axis, which does a fantastic job of mitigating muzzle flip. That translates directly to quicker double taps and getting your sights back on target when every fraction of a second counts. The slide is stainless steel, and it's treated with Smith & Wesson's Armorite coating. That makes it incredibly resistant to corrosion, rust, and just the daily grind, wear and tear of being carried. Your standard, full-size model sports a 4.25-inch barrel, and it carries 17+1 rounds of 9mm. The pros? You're looking at top-tier ergonomics, proven in combat reliability, and it's trusted by professionals all over the country. The cons? That factory trigger. Now, they've gotten better, but for years the main complaint was that it felt a little spongy. The good news is, the aftermarket support is massive. A full-size M&P 9 is typically going to set you back somewhere in the $550 to $650 range. Number 5. The Heckler and Koch USP. At number 5, we have a pistol that is, quite frankly, built like a German tank. The Heckler and Koch USP. That stands for Universal Self-Loading Pistol. When this thing hit the market back in the early 1990s, it made a splash. It was engineered from the ground up with a single, uncompromising goal: survive and function in the absolute worst conditions found on planet Earth. The USP's reputation for being overbuilt and nearly indestructible is legendary. Heckler and Koch didn't just do standard lab tests. They famously tortured these guns' brutal endurance trials, pushing them far beyond any reasonable service life. And the guns just kept running. One of its most important features is the modularity of the control system. Depending on the variant, you can run it as a traditional double-action, single-action with a combined safety and decocker, or you can reconfigure it for several other modes of operation. It was truly ahead of its time. In its full-size 9mm configuration, you're looking at a 4.25-inch barrel. It feeds from a 15+ 1-round magazine. And the street price, well, it's H&K, so it's going to be higher. It usually lands between $900 and $1,000. Trusted by elite units all over the globe. The Heckler and Koch USP is still, to this day, one of the toughest and most reliable combat handguns ever built. Number 4. The Colt 1911. At number 4, a true American legend, the Colt 1911. This is the masterpiece designed by the man himself, John Moses Browning. It was officially adopted by the U.S. military way back in the year 1911. This single-action powerhouse in .45 ACP served as the standard-issue sidearm for American troops through World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam. And it still serves in specialized units today. Think about that. Over a century later, the 1911 platform is still one of the most respected and most trusted handguns in the world. Its genius is in its rugged simplicity and that trigger. The single-action trigger of a 1911 is the benchmark. It's short, it's crisp, and it's predictable. That consistency is what allows a skilled shooter to achieve a level of accuracy that is just tough to beat. Now, while Colt was the original today, virtually every major firearms manufacturer produces their own version of this timeless design. The classic full-size government model runs a 5-inch barrel. It traditionally holds 7+1 or 8+1 rounds of .45 ACP. Prices? They are all over the map. You can get a solid entry-level model for around $800. Or you can spend several $1,000s on a high-end, custom-grade build. There are very, very few handguns, if any, that can match the cultural impact or the battlefield record of the Colt 1911. Number 3. The Beretta 92 FS. Sliding into our number 3 spot is the Beretta 92 FS. For an entire generation of service members, this pistol is known simply as the M9. The U.S. military adopted it back in 1985, and it served as the standard-issue sidearm for over 30 years. Now, even though the military has largely moved on to more modern modular platforms, the 92 FS has cemented its place in history based on its incredible reliability. Its most famous trademark is that open slide design. That big, open top dramatically reduces the chance of a stovepipe malfunction because there's just nowhere for the empty brass to get trapped. It makes for a very smooth and very dependable cycling action. The trigger system is a classic double-action, single-action. That means you have a long, deliberate, heavy pull for the first shot. And every shot after that is a much lighter, crisper single-action break. The full-size model comes with a 4.9-inch barrel. It has a standard capacity of 15+1 rounds of 9mm. And you can typically find one for between $700 and $800. It's battle-proven, it's instantly recognizable, and it's still respected by shooters all over the world. The Beretta 92 FS is a handgun that earned its reputation the hard way in the field. Number 2. The Sig Sauer P226. The Sig Sauer P226. This pistol has a reputation that was carved out by decades of elite service. When it was introduced back in the 1980s, it went head-to-head against the Beretta in the U.S. military handgun trials. Now, as we all know, it didn't get the main contract it famously lost to the Beretta M9, largely on price. But that did not slow this pistol down. Instead, the P226 became the sidearm of choice for the most elite military and law enforcement units on the planet. Right here in the States, it earned its legendary status with the U.S. Navy SEALs. They needed a handgun that could be abused, something that could shrug off salt water, sand, mud, and just brutal handling. The P226 delivered without fail. Mechanically, it's a double-action, single-action design, but its hallmark is that dedicated decocking lever. There's no manual safety to fumble with. You run it, and when you're done, you safely drop the hammer on a live round with the decocker. It's an incredibly safe and fast system. It also has a full metal alloy frame. That gives it some heft. And that weight is your friend. It just soaks up recoil and makes for incredibly smooth and fast follow-up shots. The specs. The P226 runs a 4.4-inch barrel. Standard magazines hold 15+1 rounds of 9mm. And depending on the model, you're usually looking at a price between $900 and $1,200. If your definition of reliability is a sidearm that will run no matter how bad the environment gets, the Sig P226 is at the absolute top of that mountain. Number 1. The Glock 19. And here it is. If there is one pistol that defines the modern era of concealed carry, it's the Glock 19. This compact, 9mm pistol perfectly blends a concealable size, a serious capacity, and absolutely legendary rugged construction. It is simply one of the most balanced handgun designs ever. The polymer frame, which started a revolution, keeps the weight down. Unloaded, it's just under 24 ounces. It runs a 4.02-inch barrel with an overall length of 7.36 inches. It's the Goldilocks gun. Not too big, not too small. Standard magazines carry 15+1 rounds, with a universe of factory and aftermarket extensions available if you need more. The Glock Safe Action System is built on 3 passive internal safety mechanisms. There is no external safety. There is no decocker. The trigger pull is exactly the same from the first shot to the last. It's simple, it's fast, and it just works. It's also a pistol that just fits almost everyone. The grip shape, the angle, the simple control layout, it just works for a massive range of hand sizes. That's why so many people trust it for both concealed carry and home defense. You can walk into just about any gun shop and find a new Glock 19 for between $550 and $650. And for that price, you are buying into the most dominant handgun platform in the world. The parts, the holsters, the magazines, the sights, they are everywhere. So there you have it. 7 handguns that have earned their reputation by doing the one thing that matters most. They work. Every single time. From the timeless, John Browning-designed 1911 to the seal-tested Sig P226 and the undisputed king of modern carry, the Glock 19. These pistols have set the standard for what reliability really means. Now I've got to ask you, which one of these sidearms would you trust your life with? Which one did we miss? Drop your answer down in the comments below. And as always, if you got value out of this, be sure to like this video. Hit subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Stay safe, stay sharp, and thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.